Leute, damit geht es weiter mit Let's Play Fragrant Order und dem 6. Lostbelt. Ich bin es und es geht heiß her. Beim letzten Mal haben wir Tamlin, war das, zumindest das Monster, was aus ihr geworden ist, ein für alle Mal bezwungen. Die Beast of Calamity konnten wir bezwingen, da sich hier die ursprünglichen Knights of the Round Table und auch ihr größtes Idol darunter, Sir Gawain und mein guter Freund Sir Daddy Lord Lancelot hier beschworen haben. Wir konnten sie bezwingen, doch dann kam die Viper, das ekligste Wesen, was es in Grand Order gab, um ein letztes Mal auszuholen. Beryl Gut, der hier die Essenz von meinem werten Wood, was hier gefressen hat, ist nun aufgetaucht und will uns hier bekämpfen. Aber das lassen wir sicher nicht zu. Er will Mäschchen führen in seiner kranken Perversion, ihr Schmerz zuzufügen, um uns zeigen, was wahre Liebe ist. Leute, wir sind halbtot, können eigentlich keine Magie hier aktivieren und haben uns hier vor einen Angriff vor ihm geschmissen. Aber Leute, das ist natürlich nur ein Vorgeschmack auf die Schmerzen, die er leiden wird. Es ist Zeit, dieses Monster zu eliminieren. Und wer könnte es besser als der Servant, der unter ihm vielleicht am meisten gelitten hat? Meine gute Canis. Ich werde dich so hart vernichten, mein Freund. Das kannst du dir gar nicht vorstellen. Fatal Barrel. Fatal Barrel ist auch gut. Ihr seht den Cursor da. Der ist cool. Also. So, das machen wir natürlich noch nicht. Und los geht's. Nein. Ah, verdammt, ich habe noch langsame Animationen drin. Stehst du drauf, wenn Match dich schlägt? Da! Kannst eine ganze Nacht haben, Mann. Pressure. Attack up, okay, das ist schlecht. Haha, gar nicht wehgetan. Haha, hat ein bisschen wehgetan. Alter, 40.000? Ich muss den Fight ja eigentlich nur stallen. Könnten wir schon mal, oder? Das wird gut draufhauen. Den Skill heben wir uns auf ein bisschen. So. Aber der Crit, der wird wehtun. Der wird richtig hart wehtun, mein Freund. Mit Kimiko. Wie 2 Himiko. Komm, können wir sie endlich mal im Boss-Einsatz machen. Ich nutze sie so sehr, also wenig ehrlich gesagt in Story-Parts, was schade ist, weil ich bin ein bisschen faster Fans und Loopen. Und ich meine, wir hätten es deutlich leichter machen können. Wir hätten mal bei Mandukado nehmen können. Wir hätten selbstverständlich, Ding nehmen können. Ozzy hätte 2 Runden wahrscheinlich disbandet. Aber, man muss sich auch hin und wieder einen Spaß gönnen, oder? Wie gesagt, der krebst ja eh alleine hier vor sich hin. Zack! Sehr gut. Hat immer noch nicht wehgetan. Du bist so schwach, junge Mann. Was kannst du eigentlich? So, machen wir einen Himiko Buster Crit oder machen wir Canis Chain? Ach verdammt, ich habe hier Invincible rausgehauen. Das war eigentlich dumm. Aber es hat sich doch gelohnt. So, okay. Oh, die Arztkarte, die hat ja mal reingehauen. Okay, was? Was? Alter, nein! Was ein Bullshit. Oh, Perma-Stun. Und ihr seht, wir können nicht mal was gegen den machen. Na gut, er frisst sich ja immer gegenseitig weg, das ist das einzige Gute. Ja, Chain Arrow. Ich weiß. Alles gut. Das ist ein letztes giftiges Geschenk für uns. Das müssen wir irgendwie überstehen, Mann. Ich hätte ja eigentlich auch gut meinen... So. Das Problem ist, wie lange geht das da noch? One turn left. Okay, das ist in Ordnung. Das große Problem ist sein MP, das ist, macht Buff Removal. Ich könnte natürlich den Taunt machen. Im besten Fall greift er ehrlich gesagt Himiko an, weil Himiko kann er nicht zerstören mit seinem MP. Ich gebe das, glaube ich, Canis. Weil, wie gesagt, Mesh, du hast gute Verteidigung. Das solltest du schon überstehen. So. Perfekt. Perfekt. Jetzt geht wieder noch auf Mesh. So, hast dir noch meine Defensive Boss geklaut und weißt du, wie mich das interessiert? Eigentlich kein Stück, mein werter Freund. Also, komm. Wie viel auf Karte eigentlich Gas? Boah, 5 Times, Mann. Willst du mich verarschen, Mann? Na, also, komm. Zack! Draufhauen! So, wir haben eigentlich hier in der Effekt gewonnen. Es ist leichter als der letzte Kampf, weil der letzte Kampf, da muss man halt doch ein bisschen aktiver kämpfen. Also es ist eigentlich, wie gesagt, man muss ja eigentlich nur stallen. Theoretisch hat man den Server mit Buff Removal Resistance noch dabei, dann wäre es im Endeffekt mega easy, weil wie gesagt, er frisst sich ja selbst tot. Was er auch vollkommen verdient hat. Weil mir gefällt es ja richtig, so dass er diesen so mega Schmerz hat, dass er sich halt, wie gesagt, dass er sich selbst hier umbringt, Mann. Das ist so gut, Mann. Das ist so mega gut, Mann. Sehr schön. Hat er vollkommen verdient. Himiko Bunch. Wir critten aktuell sehr wenig. Ja, sehr schöner Crit. Immer nicht mehr. Finks Lineage, okay. Wir müssen ihn nur besiegen, bevor er das nächste Mal Stampede raus hat. Ey, lass mal den Maschinen durch. Jetzt wird es doch ein bisschen knackig. Okay. Erstes Guts weg. Also 4 Guts hat er noch die Triggern, oder? 4 Guts, okay. Kriegen wir hin. Kein Bock, dass Maschi hier stirbt. So, Nummer 1. Warte, Nummer 1. Nummer 2. Und Nummer 3. So, erstes Guts weg. Typhon! Zweites Guts weg. Drittes Guts weg. 1 hat er noch. Und das letzte Gut. Und nun, mein Freund. Jetzt geht's los, Mann. Ich bin heiß. Ich bin heiß drauf, dieses Mist-Monster zu eliminieren. Geilste. Das, Beryl, du ekliges Monster. Ist mir wurscht, was Aurora gemacht hat, Mann. Leute, das ist meine werte Beryl. Ist einmal dafür, dass du eh schon das ekligste, böseste Wesen ist. Allein deine Stimme nachzumachen hat mich schon angeekelt. Dann dafür, dass du ein nutzloses Wesen bist, was echt das Glück hatte, zu Chaldea zu kommen. Ansonsten ist schon lange irgendwo in der Ecke verreckt wäre. Was echt eine Schande ist gegen all die anderen Krypter, die hier versucht haben, ihr Bestes zu geben. Sei es jetzt Ophelia, sei es Kadoc und natürlich dann hier die anderen. Und liebe Leute, das fängt ja noch gar nicht mal an, dass der auch hier im Endeffekt an diesem ganzen Koa-Wubobo beteiligt ist. Ey Leute, das, was er Woodwurst gemacht hat, absolut widerlich. Und liebe Leute, das ist doch nichts, was er meinem Boy Pepe angetan hat, Mann. Der hat echt Peperoncino getötet, Mann. So furchtbar. Und danke, Pepe. Dein Curse hier macht ihn hier kaputt. Und liebe Leute, das, mein Freund, das, mein ekliges Monster, das ist nämlich die Liebe, das Einzige, was du nämlich verstehst, nämlich Schmerz. Und das, mein Freund, ist für meinen Bro Good Time. Der Phönix aus der Asche, der extra aus Olympus hergekommen ist, um dich fertig zu machen. Und jetzt zerfall, lauf auseinander. Am besten jedes Gliedmaß einzeln, Mann. Immer noch ein zu gutes Schicksal für dich, Mann. Oh mein Gott, Leute. Ich wollte eigentlich nicht so schnell durchkommen, Mann. Oh mein Mist, Leute. Ihr wisst doch, was auf uns zukommt. Oh. Ich mag's, Leute. Ich war Angst, okay, das haben wir jetzt sehr gut hinbekommen, alle Bosse hier. Aber ihr wisst, der Partyboss kommt noch. Ollie was a mage. Belgut's true profession and passion was killing. He learned the dark arts from his mother, one of the Magecraft world's rejects, and a witch. In the Mage Association, witch is not simply a word for a female mage. They are considered completely different creatures from humans. Supernatural beings by nature, witches created the Mage Association Humani, or Botany Department, which studies curses and medicine. And were also involved in the establishments of the first magic. Ich weiß nur, das ist wahrscheinlich eine genauso. Ist mir wurscht, Leute. Jetzt kommt die arme Geschichte, wie ihr ausgestoßen. Das ist mir scheißegal. But there are no witches present in the Mage Association anymore. As time went on, the civilization developed further. They changed both their form and their way of life. Beryl Gut's mother was one such witch. The witches' transformation were myriad. Some returned to the earth, some returned to the past, and some joined the first. Mages thought their transformation were miraculous and spoke of them in revered tones. Meanwhile, some witches abandoned their way of life and assimilated into society, with some of them falling so low as to become human. Witches who had fallen were treated with neither compassion nor respect. No matter what kind of magecraft or mystic they possessed, no mage would recognize them as human. As far as they were concerned, any witch who had survived to the modern day as a human was no more than to refuse. Hi, Gran. Why do witches die if they fall in love with a human? A young Beryl posed this question to the witch claiming to be his mother one day. His mother, who more closely resembled an enormous toad in a robe than a human being, replied, Why, that's easy. It mixes bloodlines. That rots our souls. We're fairies, you see. We don't give birth to children. And my own daughter, see. But I screwed up. I screwed up real hard. Why did I end up looking like this? Please, let me go back. Let me go back to my old form. Curse the mainster. Curse the little wench. So, what if she is humanized descendant? Does that mean she can do whatever she wants? Even though I screwed up, I'm the one who was deceived. If only I'd never met him. If I'd never gotten involved with a human, I never would have been stuck with a brat like you. She apologized the moment she left her mouth. I'm sorry, Beryl. I don't know why I said that. You're my precious son, my darling boy. It's okay, Gran. I know you don't mean it. Now, don't cry. You can see the stars in your eyes when you cry. They're your best feature, prettier than anyone else. Beryl. Oh, thank you, Beryl. You're the only one I can count on. The only thing I have worth living for. Und dann tötete sie. Beryl Gut lived with his mother, away from human society, where she taught him all manner of curses and rituals. It's unclear how much influence these spells most which used to live as the chief ingredient had on Beryl's personality. He learned things like how to track prey and how to make a witch pot that could cross two living things together. He learned how to conceal himself, how to make deadly poison, how to turn karma into tumors, how to amplify pain, how to borrow against misfortune. He especially loved spells suited to assassination and torture, and his mother happily trained him. So, there's no more spell. So, there are no more spells you have left to teach me. I see. That's too bad, Mom. Dann hat sie getötet, das war klar. Das wundert einen nicht, nicht. Then one day, Beryl put out his mother's eyes and left the forest behind him. Das war klar bei dem Typen. After that, he did as pleased. He sought his service as mage who dealt exclusively in killing, and for a time, life was good. But eventually he had killed so many people he could no longer live comfortably, even in the underworld. And just as he was looking for a new place to call, he was recruited to Chaldea by its director, Marisbury Amnosfer, and come to what would be his third homeland, a base in the Antarctic. There, he saw a creature so ugly he could scarcely believe his eyes. Wow, you're gonna be shitting me. What the hell is that? I thought Chaldea was supposed to be a human organization about preserving humanity. So how does that figure into your mission, Doctor? The creature's ugliness wasn't a matter of its appearance, but rather its way of life. It was incomplete, like an eternally premature infant. Beryl laughed and said it reminded him of a boiled egg. And on top of that, "Hey Doctor, what's that girl's name? I've seen a ton of people over the years, and that girl right there, she's something special. She might have a long way to go now, but one day she's gonna be prettier than anyone else." It seems Beryl may have inherited his mother's green thumb, so as he had a gift for growing flowers. He knew that this one might be a miserable sight now, but in 10 years she would bloom into something more beautiful. And so he decided to watch over the flowers grow with bright and hysteric eyes. That said, I don't actually know the first thing about it. Ey Leute, Verzeihung. Whenever I go to a new country, I always make sure I visit the biggest museum. I've seen a lot of renowned landscape and paintings, but I didn't think so much of them. I could tell they were well made, of course, but that's all. For the longest time I figured I was just the kind of guy who could appreciate beautiful things. But then I fell in love, Matt. I finally got to know who I really am. I don't hurt you because it's fun or because I hate you. I hurt you because I care about you. I hurt you so I can love you. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm just the type of guy who can recognize beauty once it's been damaged. So, I'm gonna keep you safe from everyone and everything. I'm not gonna let the Doctor or Master have to away with you. I'm not gonna let them give you a serious light. That was my condition for becoming the cleanup guy. Remember this, Mash. I'm not going to die as long as you're around. I always have fun in a world with you in it. Hard to believe, isn't it? I know I can hardly believe it myself. But it's true. You're the most important thing in this world to me. So, you don't mind, right, Mash? I want to see you suffer more than anything. Beryl Gut. Beryl Gut was taken into temporary custody, and his access to that area of Chaldea was revoked. This was a year before the fateful day Team A embarked on the first experimental layer shift. Also Leute, sehr schlecht eingeschätzt von Marisburg, dass ihr ihn nicht gleich geführt habt. Und jetzt komm. Oh Leute. Ja, komm. Ich möchte es sehen. Ja, komm. Brich auseinander. Ja, danke schön. Das ist ein schönes Bild. That's weird. Why are you so punching me, Doctor? Are you trying to take her away from me again? Wait, please. You can't do this to me. I still haven't felt anything. I only accepted a shitty deal to be brought back to life because they said you were here. All I wanted was to see you again. Matt, komm, stell dir auf den Kopf. Take one more step towards her and I'll... It's okay, Master. He can't do anything more. That's it. Those eyes are beautiful. You've gotta take good care of them. You've only got two after all. You don't have to run. I keep you safe. Danke. I love you. I love you, Mish. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Yes, I'm sure you do. But I don't understand what you call love, Beryl. And I don't think anyone will ever will. Eigentlich hätte sie sagen, also Leute, in der echten Welt hätte sie machen sollen, ja, aber du bist ein kranker Pisser und hätte ihn angespuckt, Mann. Und dann nochmal auf den Boden draufgetreten, Mann. Misskröte! Für Woodtime, Mann. Für Pepe. Für all das, was du ausgelöst hast. Oh mein Gott, Leute, Mann. The Big Furry. Jetzt kommen aber das Schlimme, Leute. Die Fights, mit denen habe ich ja gerechnet, aber der Fight, der erst noch kommt, wird noch eine Nummer größer. Okay, wir sind nach Salisbury, das heißt, ich denke mal, es geht jetzt um Da Vinci. Ihr wollt ja hier noch einen Abstecher machen, hier in Mike's Pub. Okay, the Shadow Boy has not waited to damage, so now it's my turn. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Right. I know you said Salisbury is the safest city in Britain, so I'm sure you'll be alright. But are you certain you don't want to take along a bodyguard or two just to be safe? I know captains and the marines have to stay on the stormwater to make repairs. But you could also ask Grimmer or Torcaster to go along with you, no? For that matter, why it pains me to say I could have Holmes accompany you too, or even go with you myself if necessary. Oh, Gordy. You're Gordy, but I thought you hated singularities. I know, in Lostbelt for that matter. Hell, I don't even want to think about setting foot outside the border. But circumstances being what they are, I can't afford to be choosy. Besides, I have a bad feeling about this. Man, you really are very well done, you Gordy. I appreciate the thought, but I'll be fast if I go alone. I already passed for a ferry in Salisbury, and I know my way around there too. Besides, we only have one pair of jet wings, remember? Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna swoop in, pop over the pub, and come back with Habitat in and out. Okay, I'll be back soon. Take care of the stormwater while I'm gone, Captain. Of course, I may be the ship's captain, but you're its brain. We need you back here as soon as possible. You know just as well as I do that Professor can handle things here too. Still, I appreciate the word of confidence. I'll be extra quick just for you. Es wird irgendwie ja, das Massaker kennen wir ja schon. Ich bin gespannt, ob die schon wissen, dass Aurora tot ist. The city's burning. Papa on a ferry. Wieso heißt jetzt nicht mehr Mike? It's been burning forever now. There haven't been any wine titling from Lady Aurora, and when the city changed. Of course, I'm not surprised. Deep down, we were all jealous of each other. We pretended to laugh while we actually seated. We pretended to say while she secretly smiled. That was just like fairies are. So of course, this is how things turn out. The pubs are quiet now. There's no sign of the fairies who used to smile and laugh here anymore. Nobody comes to my pub at all. I guess Britain really is done for. But that's okay. Things are just back to the way they were before. My pub is always like this. Drab, boring. A far cry from places on Main Street, just like me. All existence, exciting recent stuff was just a special occasion. An unbelievable fun in a once lifetime exception. Phew, good thing I made it without anyone seeing me. That was damn close for comfort. Man, Gordy was right. I had no idea things had gotten so bad here. Da Vinci, you came back. Wow, this is great. I'm so glad you're right. Things took a really bad turn at the cathedral, right? I was so worried about you. Hi Mike, good to see you safe and sound too. Not that I especially worried about you. Your pub's pretty sturdy, and you're not the type to take unnecessary risks. I knew you wouldn't let the rumors mess with you, or take the streets like the other fairies. Yeah, of course not. I've been in the kitchen all this time, coming up with new recipes. Here, Dimitri, check it out. This one's really something. I found out you can make a real thin kind of bread with the buckwheat flour I got from Norwich. Then you can put all the kinds of yummy things on top, like cream, hang veggies. Oh, that's amazing, Miles. You invented gillets. Not even Norwich managed to come up with those, and they've been breaking the Queen's laws to do whatever they wanted for ages. You must have been doing a lot of experimenting to figure this out. This is a proud moment for me as your teacher. Yeah, I did. I worked really hard at it. It was fun, but fun. It was tough, but fun. It wasn't easy, but it was really fulfilling. It's like a whole new world opened up. I'm not the same useless Mike I was before. I'm a fully fledged fairy now, and it's all thanks to you. Oh, you're giving me too much credit. I didn't make you into a hard worker. You had that going for all year long. You would made something of this pup eventually, even if I'd never shut up. Where are you going, Dimitri? What's on the second floor? Oh, I just popped back. I've got something I forgot. I need to grab Tifon and Habitat to go back to the ship as soon as possible. Go back? Where to? Our ship's parked up in here. Once I get back, we're gonna take care of the calamity. Say, here's a thought. I know Gordy won't be happy about it, but do you want to come with us? That right out there isn't claiming down anytime soon, yeah? Having one ferry come along won't make any difference. No, thanks. I stay here. Yes, fine. Besides, I've still got the basement. I'll be safe no matter what. Yeah, it's safe here.
There's nowhere safer. There's no point going out. We can just stay here forever.
Habitat, are you up? Are you still conscious?
Yeah, is that you, Da Vinci? I knew you'd come back for me. I wish I've gotten gone to meet you myself, but oh well. You don't have to say anything. Your face is saying everything I need to know. That's good. Keep things simple.
Yeah, it does. I don't know how things ended up like this, or why you made your choice you did. But after scanning all of Britain's with the border, this was the only conclusion that made sense. You're going to help us, right?
Of course. Besides, it's been kinda tough staying awake all this time.
I hate to ask,
but would you mind carrying me? I can't really move as well anymore.
You bet, that was the plan. Thanks for everything, Habitat. You're really a Bride's best friend. Was macht Mike jetzt?
I know the truth, Da Vinci. I know you're not human or a fairy. But I don't think Maxia or any of the others do. You're stronger than a human or a fairy, but your life's much, much shorter. And pretty soon it's going to end.
Okay, I've got Tifa Mark Tutu. Now I'd better hurry. I've already taken longer than I meant to.
Shall I not stay here? That way you will live at least a little longer than if you go back outside.
Sorry for all the trouble, Mike, but I'm really glad you were here. And I don't just mean it for today. I mean all of it. If I hadn't met you, our journey would have been a lot harder. So thanks for listening to me that day. Pup life turned out to be a lot of fun. And since I might not get another chance to say this, I just want to tell you that you've got a lot more going for you than you realize. And I just know you've got a lot of days filled with even more fun ahead of you. Alright, take care now. I'm off to save the world. Da Vinci's turning around and heading for the door. Her back is completely exposed. She's going to leave forever unless I do something. Without Da Vinci, I just go back to being my boring old self. I don't want it. I don't even want to think about it. The whole idea is too frightening. I need Da Vinci here. She should stay here. She lived longer that way too. So. Und auch verzeihen muss. The door opens and she steps out. The knife I clutched in my hand, just out of sight, clatters to the floor. I stare at her back as she shrinks in the distance, barely able to see her through my tears. That's right, Da Vinci. Wouldn't be Da Vinci if she wasn't free. Going wherever she wants is what makes her Da Vinci. She knows she doesn't have much time, but she still keeps reaching for her dreams. That's why she shines so bright. Ist nicht so Moskau. So I have to see her off. I have to keep smiling to the end. I used to think this place was a dream world where we could have anything we wanted, but I was wrong. Real dreams aren't easily obtained. That's why every day is so hard and so fun. That's what makes life worth struggle, even if the world around's about to end. Even if a horrible monster like us fairies.
Yeah. Farewell, my friend from our far world. Thank you for coming to Britain. Thank you for coming to my pub. Thank you for all those wonderful days that truly were a dream come true.
And so the angel spread her wings and flew straight through the dangerous city into the world above. Hat es hier geschafft, seine Dämonen unter Kontrolle zu bringen. Da muss ich sagen, habe ich jetzt nicht mitgerechnet. Schön, immer einer. Leute, aber nun wisst ihr, unsere größte Prüfung steht noch voran. Alright, Mess, Menere und Maxia are back from Norwich. And Da Vinci is back from Salisbury. All our units have completed their missions, and we can set our course for the pit. But before we leave, we still have time to do one last run through the operation. Commander Goredofl, would you do the honors?
Right, of course. The run-throughs are important after all. I appreciate your consideration. Right then, listen up, Chaldea, Lostbelt field team, and local collaborators. We are about to fly to the pit and begin our battle against Xenunos. This should be our final battle in Britain, so don't worry about saving your strength for later. I want you all to use everything you can, every special technique, and every ace you up your sleeve. Meine Befehl, summers and ready! I mean it. You guys are always holding back one last trick. This time, I want to see no holding back and no secret last-minute surprise. We are just going to carry out this operation as we planned it, and we are going to defeat Xenunus. Remember, we were all wiped out once before. It's only thanks to that witch-queen sky that we are still here. And according to Da Vinci, there's no more sign of her spirit anywhere in Britain. I'd say the odds are good she's already left this Lostbelt behind. And good riddance, at any rate. This is the last shot at it. Don't count on getting a third chance. I'm sure to give it everything I've got. Good. Now then, would you go over the particulars, Administrative Advisor? Certainly, Commander Goredofl. Repairs on the Stormborder are complete, and our flight and weapon system are fully operational. Meanwhile, it has been 20 minutes since Xenunus reappeared to the pit. Going from our previous experience, the Calamity Hands that assaulted us will appear in another 40 minutes. But just like the Fire Calamity that attacked the Stormborder earlier, we expect there to be a change in Xenunus this time as well. Specifically, defensive systems. Once he realizes we have a divine construct on board in the form of a turret caster, there's a very high chance this Calamity will try to attack us. And since it simply isn't possible to evade all those curse hands, this time we will power everything we have into defense anti-curse layer and take them directly. Isn't that correct, Grimmer? Yep, you got it. I'm gonna put a mediation spot, a well, up on the deck. Proxy or not, I'm still the god of wisdom. If it really concentrate, I can turn this whole ship into sacred ground. I couldn't do much against Albion's Temic race, but I can definitely halt our spiritual interference. So, I take on Xenunus' curse, his anger, myself. He and I are both Celtic, so at least I can do hear him out. There you have it. With Grimmer the Sage help, the Stormborder can get close enough to Xenunus to fight him. Last time, he destroyed Camelot's 50 minutes after he appeared, so we need to defeat him before that happens. Our combat team will consist of Maxi, Mash, and Arturo Casta. Though naturally, since he'll be on deck, Grimmel will participate as needed, as will Chaldea's servants. We have 30 minutes to win this battle, starting now. Do be sure to keep that in mind, Master Maxi. We just passed Oxford. 5 minutes until the visual on Xenunus. Should I keep going straight, or should I make a little detour? No need for a detour, Marine. Grimmer, prepare for battle, if you would. It's time for us to get rid of the final calamity. Oh, Leute, ihr könnt reden, schwingen wie keine anderen, Mann. Bitte werdet, ich würde Goredofl definitiv sofort wählen, wenn er Politiker wird. Leute, die Zeit ist da. Die Zeit ist da. Der härteste Boss aller Zeiten in FGO steht voran. Es ist Zeit, den dunklen Gott hier, die ultimative Bestie, den Gott Xenunus zu stoppen. Und beim nächsten Mal geht es dann los. Leute, seid ihr ready? Ich auf jeden Fall nicht, aber wir müssen es. Es ist Zeit, die Sache zu einem Ende zu bringen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank und auf Wiedersehen.